Hmm? Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over.
They're led out by a former #2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, Zach Wilson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And a short pickup to about the 25. We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago.
14 carries, 56 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Now Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McLaughlin. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
You look at this Buffalo defense.
They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Hines, his first carry. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5. They run again with Hines. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. The Bills had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose week 1 at home, and now here on the road week 2. So it's certainly not a must-win, but boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses.
Yeah, because you sort of feel like you're playing from behind right from the beginning, and that can really mess with your confidence. Plus, if you get to 0-2, here come the articles, here comes the sports talk shows, pointing out the small percentage of teams that make the playoffs after they begin a season 0-2.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now it's Hines. And Hines is going to have a Bills 1st down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
This is Hines. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's Hines. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. When you talk about this Jets defense, this unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
We're scoreless after 1. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Jets will take over. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Well, if you do read man covers, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Play action. Now Wilson. That is incomplete.
Let's go now.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run with Hall. Now he's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. It's taken to the 26. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Now Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?